I'm sure you've heard the news. Stories of haunted houses are often dismissed as mere folklore, tales spun to entertain or frighten. But what if I told you that some of these stories hold a kernel of truth? What if the eerie laughter you hear in the dead of night isn't just your imagination? But have you ever truly believed in haunted houses? Have you ever felt the chill of an unseen presence or heard whispers that seem to come from nowhere? This story might make you reconsider your skepticism. This story might change your mind. It begins in a place where the line between the living and the dead is thin, where the past lingers like a shadow, and where the echoes of lost souls can still be heard. Once in a quiet, forgotten town, nestled deep in the woods, stood an old, decrepit house. This house had a history, one that the townsfolk rarely spoke of, but everyone knew. It was a place where time seemed to stand still, where the air was thick with the weight of untold stories. The locals whispered about the tragic family that vanished one stormy night, their eerie laughter echoing through the halls. It was said that the family had been happy once, their laughter a common sound in the town. But something changed, and one fateful night, they disappeared without a trace, leaving only their haunting laughter behind. One chilly autumn evening, a group of friends driven by thrill and bravado decided to explore this haunted house. They had heard the stories, of course, but they were young and fearless, eager to prove that the tales were nothing more than superstition. Armed with flashlights, they entered the groaning front door, dust motes dancing in their beam, illuminating faded family photographs that seemed to watch their every move. The house was a time capsule, untouched for years, filled with relics of a bygone era. Venturing deeper, they discovered an old attic filled with forgotten relics. The attic was a treasure trove of memories, each item a piece of the puzzle that was the house's history. There were old toys, forgotten letters, and even a wedding dress, yellowed with age. Among them, a dusty music box that played a haunting melody when opened. The music was both beautiful and eerie, a lullaby that seemed to come from another world. It was as if the music box held the essence of the house's past, a past that was not ready to be forgotten. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. An unsettling chill filled the air, and lights flickered ominously. It was as if the house itself was waking up, aware of the intruders in its midst. The friends felt a growing sense of unease, but they pressed on, determined to uncover the house's secrets. They decided to leave, but the door slammed shut behind them. Panic set in as they realized they were trapped. The house, which had seemed merely old and abandoned, now felt alive, its walls closing in on them. Panic set in as laughter echoed through the attic, growing louder and more sinister. It was the same laughter that the townsfolk had spoken of, the laughter of the vanished family. It filled the air, wrapping around the friends like a shroud, making it hard to think, hard to breathe. Shadows danced along the walls, morphing into twisted figures reaching out for them. The friends could see the shadows moving, but there was no one there. It was as if the house was playing tricks on them, showing them things that couldn't possibly be real. Desperately searching for an escape, each corner revealed ghostly apparitions, faces twisted in sorrow and rage. The apparitions seemed to be trying to communicate, their eyes filled with a desperate plea for help, but the friends couldn't understand, couldn't make sense of the chaos around them. The music box melody grew louder, disorienting them. It was as if the music was a spell, weaving a web of confusion and fear. The friends felt their grip on reality slipping, the line between the living and the dead blurring. Huddled together, the shadows closed in. They could feel the cold fingers of the past reaching out for them, pulling them into the darkness. Their fear was palpable, a living thing that fed on the house's malevolent energy. Cold fingers grasped their arms, pulling them into darkness, their screams swallowed by the house, leaving only silence. It was as if the house had claimed them, adding their souls to its collection of lost lives. The next morning, the townsfolk noticed something strange. The laughter was gone, replaced by eerie stillness. It was as if the house had finally found peace, its restless spirits quieted by the addition of new souls. The music box lay open, its haunting melody lingering in the air, waiting for the next curious souls to wander in. The house was a trap, a siren call to those who dared to challenge its power. And so the house remained a silent sentinel of lost lives, forever echoing the laughter of those who never returned. It stood as a reminder of the thin line between the living and the dead, a place where the past was never truly gone, and where the echoes of lost souls could still be heard. The house was a testament to the power of memory, a place where the past and present coexisted in a delicate balance. It was a place of mystery, of fear, and of unending sorrow. And it waited, always waited, for the next brave souls to step through its doors, to become part of its never-ending story.